Oh. Yep. Nope. I like it better where I had it the first time. I felt that a little more in my shoulders whenever I raised it up one notch. Obviously, that's not what I'm going for. All right, that's going to be the last warm up. I think the next set you guys see me do, well, it's actually going to be a set. I'll probably go up to the, I don't know, I'll try to do a set or two with the 140s. It's been so long since I've done any kind of dumbbell bench press, flat or incline. So I'm kind of left in no man's land in terms of knowing what weight to work with here. I remember, at least I think I remember, the last time I did them, or maybe the time before the last. I don't know. I did the 140s for like 10 or 11, but obviously that was a long time ago. I'm pretty sure I was still in the bulk phase at that point, so obviously I'm depleted right now in a calorie deficit. So my strength just isn't going to quite beat it at that level probably, but I still want to try at least one and see what I can do with it. If it feels good enough, I'll do more than one, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let me just get the 140s over here, and we'll do the first set here in a couple minutes. All right, man. I must admit, this week's been pretty rough. It's been pretty rough and pretty difficult. And today was another day when I first got here. I don't know, man. I was just kind of my mindset wasn't right. You know what I mean? I was having thoughts that I really shouldn't. Kind of the thoughts of like, do I really have to do this today? You know, just your basic why me kind of thoughts. And then I actually seen one of my friends in here that I haven't seen in a while, and we didn't say much because I was doing my cardio at the moment. But um, it was just one of those moments that kind of I don't know. I mean, he said a few things to me that well, honestly kind of got my mindset right back where it should be. Um, and like I said, he didn't really say much, but a lot of times some of the most profound things are the simplest, or when it's words, it's the least amount said. You know, and that was kind of one of those situations. And this is why it's important, honestly, to surround yourself with the right people, some positive thinkers, especially whenever you're cutting, because that's just being quite frank and honest here. That's when you're cutting, man. It's you can go do some pretty dark places. So having the right people around you, the right support group, um, it's really important, man. You can have that whole lone wolf kind of mentality, which I really that's kind of a lot of my mentality. It's like that whole lone wolf thing. But a lone wolf can only go so far, honestly. You do need some, and it doesn't even have to be many. It just needs to be the right people, and it'll help out a lot. Like trust me, just take my word for it. It'll help out a lot. But anyways, this song is not doing it. Let me find a better song. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go right into this first one. Okay, how do I say this without being completely contradictory with each other? Because I did 9, which is honestly better than I expected, but it felt so freaking heavy. Oh, I was trying to go with just good control to a certain extent, but obviously you're trying to get as many reps as you can as well, especially when you're going a little heavier, and it's all about you know how do I say this? It's not all about the reps, but in a sense it is too, kind of, especially if like you're a powerlifter type and you're trying to get better, and say you have an X amount of weight on there that you normally have only been able to get for 3, and like a month or two later after a training block you want to get it for 4. So in a sense it's all about how many reps, but they got to be good quality reps as well. So I was trying to control it, and it's definitely not a PR by any stretch of the imagination, but it was still a little better than I thought. So let's do one more, and I already feel it in my chest too, which is perfect. So let's do one more at this weight, and honestly, don't be surprised if that's it. I might go down to something lighter and try to do a couple sets of higher reps, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, so far so good. That was 9 again. Total fucking surprise there. I was, I was not expecting to get 9 again. And it's in some ways it felt actually a little easier. So you know what? I know, in my opinion, you always need to take advantage of the surprisingly good days. On a day you come in and you're just, maybe not expecting the best performance, but no matter what, you're going to give it everything you have. But it just might not be one of your better days. But then, surprise, surprise, you actually, and it doesn't even have to be the kind of surprise where it's, you're smashing PRs, but it's just better than you expected. And that's exactly what's happening right now. So, again, nowhere, like I said, a little close to a PR on both the first sets, but obviously not one, but still better than I thought. So I'm going to do it again. Now, this third set, I might only get, I don't know, I mean, it doesn't really even really matter. I'll just, as many as I can get comfortably and safely, but it probably won't be 9. I'll just say that. Um, and then once I kind of see how the third one goes, I might do an additional back down set, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And if it goes really good, I might not even need one. So that's why I always like to say, we'll wait to see. Um, so yeah, let me do one more. I'm gonna do one more. Felt good. Okay, let's do one back down set. You know what? I think I'm gonna do one more. Also make this a back down set. So I went down to the 120s. I'm gonna go all the way down to the 100s and do one more and just try to get a crazy burnout. As many as I can get. Obviously, higher reps. Um, and then I think I'll stop. That'll be 5 sets here. It just feels really good though. I want to take advantage of it. Feels really good. So yeah, let's do that. Oh. Mm. 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 Oh. I think I went just a little too slow on that last rep. I was fully confident that I could get it. Hence why I went so freaking slow. But obviously, in hindsight, I went too slow. That was that's all right. I mean, it's still chest is lit up, so job well done. 5 sets, man. 5 sets incline bench. Off to a good start. Let's move on. Do some triceps now. All right. Surprise, surprise, right? Back to some tricep press downs. Um, it's what I'm limited to right now, so I know it's kind of boring, and the triceps have been a lot of the same thing, different week, but it's what I got to do. So, but I think I am going to try to split my triceps up like I did my biceps this past Tuesday, just a couple days ago. And I did 3 sets of my first bicep, then I moved on to back again, and then I did another bicep, but only 2 sets. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll do 3 sets here, then I'll move on to another chest, and then I'll do another tricep, but only 2 sets. And I may have 5 sets of triceps, and that you guys kind of know that is plenty for me with my biceps and my triceps. So all right, that's all I'm gonna do for now. Let's fucking get into it, man. Okay, good first set. Let's add another 5 on here though. Let's my elbow feels pretty good. Still not 100%. Come on now, stay on there. Still not 100%, but feels better. So let's throw another 5 on and see what I can do with that. All right, a quick little note here. Whenever I'm doing this, the triceps looking pretty good. Whenever I'm doing this, well, any lift that doesn't require is not a strength set. Let me say it like that. So usually like the first 1, 2, or 3 sets where I'm going a little more for power, even though here of late I've been even kind of dialing that back a little bit, going a little lighter on that. But anyways, anything that's not a strength set, so at least 8 reps or more. Um, like the main focus should be control, and then actually squeezing and making sure that said muscle that you want to be doing most of the work is doing most of the work. So don't just go through the motions and come over here and swing this shit down and fucking damn near hump it just to get get the reps. Actually be under control and think. This is where that mind muscle connection comes in. Think about squeezing your triceps as hard as you can. And then when you get to that fully locked out position, again, squeeze as hard as you can. So it's I feel like this is where a lot of people kind of mess up. And I've even been there. I think everybody that is serious about training and stays long enough, has had that problem. You kind of just, especially early on, when you're a novice lifter, but you kind of just throw shit around, go through the motions, And just because, I'm doing a tricep press down, people think, well, I'm working my triceps. Well, if you don't have the proper mind muscle connection, yeah, you might be working your triceps, but not fully and 100% optimally. And that's, that can make a 1% difference in gains. And 1% over time starts to add up pretty good. And that can be the difference between you seeing really, really good results and then just good results or average results. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be in it and thinking about whatever muscle you're trying to hit, be in the set. Don't be thinking about what you're going to eat for dinner later or something like that, or think about how your ex-girlfriend broke your heart. You can think about that, just not while you're doing the set. All right, let's do one more and then move on to chest. Oh my God. I don't even need a drop set. That was a perfect way to finish triceps. Whew. Let's stay right here though. Roll the bench over here and we'll do some flies. Of course. That shouldn't be any surprise either. All right, so this isn't gonna exactly be a 100% complete fly, which is normally what I'll do. I'm gonna do more of that fly press combo. Let me turn this shit down a little bit. That fly press combo I like to do. So I'll come back in a pretty much a fly position at the stretch. My elbows are gonna be pretty bent. With a fly, you obviously don't want them straight. You want them slightly bent. Well, I'm gonna be way more, almost a 90. But get that good stretch, still drive my elbows back. But then rather than press it in a straight line through, I'll be back here. I'm almost gonna round it, and then get that full contraction. So it's gonna look pretty much the same as a press, just with that slight variation of rather than a straight line press, it's gonna be a rounded fly press combo. Just or hence the name there. So yeah, let's do I don't know, 3 or 4 sets here. You ever have a set be so intense and you're squeezing so hard and giving so much effort, it gets you a little nauseous, a little sick to your stomach? That's just what happened to me. Normally that doesn't happen unless I'm squatting. That's usually the only exercise that does that to me. But I got that sensation here, which means I'm giving a really good effort. But if I had to choose, I'd rather not throw up on myself. But I mean, if I got to get, in order to get maximal gains here, and make these sets the best I can, if that means I got to throw up, I guess I got to throw up. Okay, 2 more, and I probably will do a drop set here. Yeah. Come on. All right, so I watched that Urs and Sam Sula collab, the chest day that they hit together, and I mean, first of all, it was a fucking awesome collab. They vibed off each other pretty good, which I gotta say, both of them seem like really cool guys. So it's just no surprise there. But there was something I noticed that Urs kept telling Sam, keep your head and chin up, and that way you make sure your chest is doing the work. And I've heard that phrase before. I've heard that cue before, but I never put much stock into it because like I've always thought like as long as you're thinking about that muscle that you're wanting to work, it really doesn't matter. Like nothing else really matters. Um, but I gotta say, like that last set, if you go back and watch it, or maybe you already noticed, I kept my head back and my chin up the whole time. And I do want to admit there was something different about it to where it was almost like it was just easier and more natural for whatever reason for my chest to do all the work. And it's like, well, it was just easier. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. It was it's almost like you don't even have to think about it. For whatever reason, if you keep your head up and your chin up and your head back and really pull your chest through, um, you don't have to focus on as much. Your chest is still going to do most of the work. And obviously, if you kind of tuck your chin, that's when your shoulders and triceps want to come more into play. So that's not a reason to not keep that mind muscle connection and make sure your chest, you are thinking about that because you still want to do that. But if you do keep your head up and back, it does seem more natural. So this is why he's a pro, right? This is why Urs, you know, has been top three in the Classic Physique Olympia. How many times? Two or three times now. He knows what he's talking about. And like I said, I've heard it before. I just never really put much stock into it. But then when a pro says something, your ears kind of perk up a little more. You put more stock into it. So I'm gonna try it again though. Let's do it again. Okay, let's do that quick drop set. Okay. Holy shit. That was that was fucking gnarly, awesome, and it sucked all at the same time. Between my fucking and again, there's something about having that supinated grip when I'm doing a fly or press like this. It helps me hit that lower portion of my pec more, which, in my opinion, you guys know, I've said this before, is where I need the most work. My upper chest and mid chest is pretty good. It's that lower. So that's why I was doing supinated as well. All right, let's just stay right here. I'll probably just do a couple sets of rope tricep press downs. The rope will force me to go a little lighter. I'll try to be in that 15 rep range. Like I said, I'll just do 2 sets and then move on to chest one more time and we'll do some posing. All right, let me get the proper weight that I want here. We'll try that. Like I said, just 2 sets here. Not gonna go crazy. That's all I need for triceps. So one more. All right. Okay, what better way to finish off this workout than with a superset? And a superset that I have been loving lately. All right. For anybody that doesn't know, I'll do a set here, slow, controlled, even a little more than usual because I'm going to go pretty light. It's a weight I can do about 15 to 20 times. And as soon as I'm done, I'll go over to the pec deck, right to a superset of some chest flies. Same thing, around 15 reps. And then with each superset I do, I'll probably lose some reps. And on the third and final one, I may have to lighten the weight a little bit. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully, I'm starting to get stronger and gain some muscle. But if I have to, I'll do it. It's whatever. Okay. And I also am going to put my hands out a little wider. Try to take my triceps out of it, especially considering I just did some triceps. So I want this to be as much chest as I can make it. So, bring my hands out wider. Okay. Probably should have set this up before I got over here. That's fine though. It'll save me 10 seconds here. Get a little extra rest. Kind of cheating here a little bit by doing that. All right. Okay. I only got 13 there. Whoa. Okay, honestly, I may have to go down and weight on the second one sooner than I thought. Maybe I'll try to keep the press since you're usually a little stronger on a press. Use more muscles. Keep that at 170. I'll bring this down to 150 and see how that feels. Yeah, let's try that. Oh. Okay, okay. Judge me if you want. I'm going to extend my rest period here. I only rested between these first two like a minute and a half. I might rest 3 or 4 minutes. My chest already is feeling burnt out. So I want to make this last set as good as I can. So yeah, I think, just kind of doubling up my rest period in terms of the amount of time. I think it'll help me. Okay. Okay, that was fucking good. Time to pose. Okay, the pump is pretty freaking gnarly right now. So I'm gonna give me a quick little bit of hydration, and we're gonna get straight into it. All right, what do you guys think? Was this a good workout and a good pump or not? I'm leaning toward fuck yes. I feel great, dude. I feel great. So, I actually had the day off today, which honestly could not have come at a better time because this, like I said, this has been a week from hell building this house. My lower back and legs have been pretty fucking sore. So having the day off from work was good. Well, no, let's say this: it was perfect timing. And so yeah, I had a lot of energy to kind of, give a little more effort in this workout. I've said before, 100% effort is not always going to be the same every day. Some days you're going to feel like you got ran over by a truck. You can still go to the gym, give 100% effort. Just that level of 100% is not going to be as high as the day to say that you didn't have to do anything. You got a great 8 to 10 hours of sleep. All those typical things. So, but yeah, since I was off today, I actually did um, 15 minutes of cardio before I worked out, and I'm gonna go do another 10, 25 minutes of cardio. We're done. Let's get out of here after that.